Howdy y'all, welcome back. Drug another one of my toys from back in the backside out here where the light is. Try to see if we can get her running. I don't know how long it's been. I bought this thing probably 10 years ago now. Was out at a show in Wellington, Ohio. I forget what the show, if they call that the tri-state. I don't think that might be Portland. But anyhow, Wellington, Ohio area, like south of Cleveland area. Guy didn't have it at the show. Old fella, I think. Trying to remember, I think it was his name was Dave Williams, but he had a picture of it. And so later in the day, we followed him. He lived pretty close to where the show was. So my dad and I followed him back to his house, and I just couldn't resist it. So I brought it home, and it's been sitting ever since. It is I'll get a little bit of a view here what we got. It is a 7-horse Hercules. He had partially restored it. The tag is an aftermarket tag, and the aftermarket stickers and everything. But other than that, it's pretty much all there, complete. Got the Webster tripolar mag on it, and got the crank guard on it. A lot of times you'll see those will be missing, but I filled it up with oil, and like I have said many times in the videos, I don't like seeing a guy standing there greasing things and putting oil. When I want to see something running, I want to see that. So I kind of did all that stuff. The only thing that I don't know how it's going to be is this normally would have ran on gasoline. Down in this base down here would have been a gas tank, and coming out of this hole would have been a pipe fitting where this T went on, and up in the top part of this T would have been a brass check valve, and then a copper line going up here on the side of the mixer for the gas. So that was never in there. I never looked into getting the tank yet, so I'm going to try to fire it on propane. A lot of guys run them like that through the gas valve for the mixer. And I don't know. These tripolar mags are pretty resilient when they're not out in the elements. Don't know if it has spark. Want to try tripping it a couple times, just running it on propane. Normally, when you're on gas, what you do is you open this. This is a little primer cup. You open it up and give it a couple little shots of gas down there, and then tighten it back up. So I'm going to try it on the propane first. If nothing happens, we might put a little gas in it and go from there. See if it even tries to fire. But let's get things going here. See what happens. Get my everything rolling. So I don't know as far as the propane where it's going to be set at. I have a bigger Hercules that's a little bit easier to do this, so don't know how it's going to work, but I got the propane on, so let's give her a little shot here and see what happens. Okay. Okay. We should have. We cut the propane back, or there's a little slider on this intake. Let me run it through here. I'm not smelling propane, so. I kind of am smelling propane there now, so run her through here a little bit. Okay. Kind of, these mags didn't really, don't know if I really explained that before. Only had one other engine that has this type of mag on it. This is a trip lever that once you crank the flywheel back forward, you run it in rotation to the rear for the up, and then when it comes back, you roll it forward, then you hit that down and it trips the mag. So that's what I'm doing there. But let's see if we can put a little bit of gas down the primer cup there if it wants to fire or not. Oh, where did my croissant wrench go? Sitting right here in front of me. Let's see if this will open up. It looks a little bit rusty, but yeah, it's free and working. So let's put is sucking in there. So that down there. My goggles off here before they fling down in something. All right, let's try that again. We might not have a good firing mag here. I don't know. Okay, well, got good compression. We may have to take the mag off here. They have igniters in there that possibly is not igniting. These are sometimes hard to get loose. So, dig out some more tools here. I don't know what they look like they ought to be 3/4. Nah, they're bigger than that. They gotta be these older nuts. Even when you had a 1/2 inch stud, these older nuts were like 13/16. You might even be 7/8. Cripes. And it just makes it kind of hard It's so tight in there to get a crescent wrench to start out with, so hopefully it don't booger up the gasket. Which it don't look like it is. It's coming halfway loose. Let's see where we're at here. Maybe. Okay, where did my... Gonna have to use my little old stove here as a workbench down here. Now let's... Huh, now that... Let's see if you can... Can see that sparking. Good spark. So why for art thou not igniting anything? These things are always great for making you think. Whoops, easy now. Getting ahead of myself. Get back over here. See where we're at. Put the silly thing on without putting the lever up there. Hopefully I can get something done here. We had a heck of a lot of rain this morning, and I come down here and the rain was hitting this tin roof so bad. I don't know if you'd have been able to hear what I was saying anyhow. But it quit. Calling for more rain the rest of the day and first part of the week here in western PA where we're at. Okay, so let's get back here and see exactly why she ain't wanting to play correctly. Now, if I run that, I don't know why. See, I have another one that kinda try this again here. Aha. So it kinda give a little putt there. back off here a wee bit. Maybe this choke plate should have a spring on it so it keeps tension and you don't have to because it won't stay. Let's try her again with propane and see what happens. Okay. Crank the gas, propane up a little wee bit more. And see. Huh. Maybe she don't want to play today. A little shot of gasoline here. See. So, why? Maybe ain't got enough gas in it. Okay, well now, slightly confused here as to why okay, getting a little wee bit better. Let me tighten up this. Might have been possibly flooded a little bit. I don't know that for sure, but either that or it just didn't have enough in there to fire. Okay, let's oh. Okay, well, let's... Righto, let's give her another little shot. This might take a little bit. Whoa, there's my trinkets here. Can't be doing that. This may be too much propane. Let's see where we're at here. Let's see if we can just... Well, I don't know where we're going here for sure, but we ain't getting too far here. Okay. Regroup. Bleed her out here a little bit more and see. Usually, if it's loaded up, when you do this, it'll backfire out the carburetor. However, not doing that. Try a little more on the gas. See. Might even, if I have a can of ether in here or not, might give it a little sniff up through the Okay, so what I did is apparently it's not taking propane good enough through where the gas fitting was, so I pulled the hose off and run it right down in here to where the mixer is, and close the choke plate so it's sucking in. This must have been running pretty fast because the kick out, it says hit and miss, it's not running yet, so let me bump the gas up here a little bit and see what happens. There it goes. I keep if I don't shut the gas off when it's freewheeling, it needs a demand regulator on it if I'm going to use that like that, or it'll just keep passing fuel. But well, kind of pleased with that. I'm going to back the gas off so it doesn't run fast enough to kick the kick out of it, but it'll still sit and run. Alrighty, folks. There's another plus. So, thanks for watching. If you like this kind of stuff, watching me break a sweat getting this old thing running, hit that subscribe, like, and share. And, stay tuned to see which one of these things I get rolling here next. So, catch y'all later.